Alright, hello, this is Kanok here. Oh boy, it's been a long time since I've done a stream, so you'll have to excuse me. But, here we are. Alrighty, so today I am going to ink and possibly color this warrior that I've been working on. I don't have a name for her yet, but I will think of it later. She is part of the Emmie-verse. So let's get started. Alrighty then. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me try that again. Fix this little part right here. That'll work, that's fine. I'll zoom in a little bit. Actually, go back in. You know, I don't even really know why I decided to make her, but I'm glad I did. She's actually pretty cool looking, and I'll be honest, well, nobody here. Well, either way. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Now let's try that again. A little bit more of a... There we go. That was better. Okay, that'll work. No. Let's try that again. Okay. Nope, go back. There we go. Although it should be more outward. There we go. No, that's not gonna work. Follow the lines, Kanok. You can do it. There you go. Okay. No, this is wrong. Let's... fix this. to this. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's switching tools all the time. Okay. Back to dynamic. My favorite. At least when inking. When sketching, I hate it most of the time. Because it's like the stabilizer has a delay. And it's not good for sketching most of the time. It's really not. Because you want to see immediate results. But inking, you don't really need that. Okay. I know I'm going to have to erase lines for the glove, but that's fine. I can deal with that. I'm going to shorten those fingers a bit. No, that's too long. Let's try that again. Ugh. This doesn't feel right when I do that. That's better. Okay. I mean, I know she's wearing gloves, but fingers don't need to be that fat. Okay. That big, that thick. Okay. Go back. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think that'll work. Oh boy. Go back. No. There we go. That's fixed. Kind of. Okay. Should I do the... No, I'm not going to do the actual plate armor on a different layer. I mean, I'm already doing it on this one, so I might as well just continue it. Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I don't know how it connects there, but hey, it connects that way somehow. I'm not worried about the logistics of it at the moment. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I love that feeling when you can draw that really nice, thin, light line, and it looks just perfect. Let's try a little lighter here, and then thicker here, then light again. Oh, there you go. I love that. Pressure control. Love it. Love it. I really do love it. Remember the days of trying to draw things with a mouse, and I don't miss those days. I don't, personally speaking. There are some people that create some really awesome stuff with a mouse, though. I wish I could. I'm just not that skilled with a mouse. Okay. You know what? I'll leave it open like that because it's part of the armor anyways. So. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's go ahead and... No, I need to do it a little thicker. Okay, there we go. That will work. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and in this part, actually, let's make it a little thicker. There we go. Change brush, mode. There we go. From dynamic to freehand, because sometimes dynamic just doesn't do what you need it to do. Or it's a stabilizer brush essentially. And no, stabilizer is not simply a brush in Krita where you have to do that. It's also in the freehand, but I like having it as a tool so I don't have to like switch the mode on the freehand all the time because I have to go over here to this menu and yeah, it becomes a problem. I don't want to do this, you know. So, excuse me. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and do this next part of the armor. Ah, excellent. And the leather strap that connects it to the arm. There we go. Yeah, I was saying before, I'm surprised this came out so well. Like, even just the rough sketch, because I've tried making armor before. It always sucked. Always. I'm not very good with armor, even if I use a reference. Although this time, I just kind of wanted to draw, see what I would make. And I made the armor without any reference, and it turned out pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. It's not amazing, but, you know, it's very simplistic. But I like it still. Okay, I don't know what I was doing here. I think I was trying to do something and I just failed and I forgot to erase it. Or is this... I don't know. I know where the general... I know where everything is anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not using my favorite brush either. My favorite one is this, yeah, thin brush for comics, I guess. It's nice, but it has very porous edges, so whenever you're trying to use a fill tool, it doesn't work very well. So it's not fun. So I decided to go with something a little bit more, a little easier for the fill tool to work with. Okay. The reason I like that brush is because it's really nice. It creates really nice looking lines, but kind of sucks whenever you're trying to do coloring. So but, you know, I guess if you're just you know, comics, yeah, if you're kind of doing that, like just kind of black and white comics, that works really well. And lately, I've kind of been dipping my toes into comics. Kind of? I have the first page of one made, like of an actual comic that I want to make. But I haven't released it on Blue Sky, because I need to refine it. I know that comics, like whenever you're starting out, aren't always supposed to look pretty, but I know I can do better. It's just gonna take some practice. Metric music, I love it. This music's by Vert, by the way, or what's his name? Jake Kaufman, the guy who made the music for Shovel Knight and Jazz. Hey, Jazz! Oh my God, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? Oh my God, hey Jazz. It's so great to see you here. I hope you're doing great, by the way. I'm also kind of surprised you tuned in, but you know what? I'm happy about that. It's really good to see you. Oh. Right, what was I saying? Yes, the the music, oh, well, I really appreciate it, Jazz, seriously. It is always good to see you around. I missed you, you know, I miss you. You not being around, it kind of sucks, but I know you're busy with life, busy with school and everything. You're busy with your animation project, I'm sure, so. But it is nice to see you, to get to talk to you even just a little bit, so, you know, it was really nice to see you again. And, yeah, but, you know, I'm going to try to do these more often, so if you ever want to tune in again, you know, feel free. I would be happy about that. So I need to go back, because I messed that up. Let's try that again. Yes, the music is by Jake Kaufman, same guy who did Shovel Knight and the Shantae series. Yes, there we go. Go back. There we go. Alrighty then. Not a bad looking glove. There we go. No worries. Ah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Amog? I'm sorry. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Oh, on yeah. No worries, Jasmine. Really? You got post notifications for me? Uh, okay. So this is just an OC I just made like a few days ago, and I decided I was gonna start drawing her, like inking her. Here, let me zoom out so this way you can see her proper. I'm still learning quite a bit, but you can basically see what she looks like. This was also my first time like really trying to design armor, and also doing it without like a reference. I just wanted to see what I could make, and so I just kind of created her. She's not full body, but I eventually will work on that later. She's part of the universe for one of my other characters named Emmy, as I call it. I basically call this one the Emmie-verse. I've got like 3 different ones, but she's gonna be part of the Emmie-verse later on in the story. So yeah, I'm just kind of now I'm inking. I've done. Let me actually bring up. Hold on. Let me show the really rough sketch. I even created a helmet, but I didn't go with it because I was doing too much on the helmet. I was focusing too much on it that I just couldn't get anything done. So I decided to just forego it. So besides, she looks better without the helmet on anyway. Welcome, by the way. Very welcome to the video, to the stream. So I really appreciate it. It's really nice to have people tuning in. I've never done an art stream before. I've never done an art stream before, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm kind of stuttering a little bit. A little nervous, but it's nice that people are here and kind of looking at me draw. If you want to know what software I'm using, I'm actually using Krita on Linux, so it's a really good software. Very, very powerful. I used to use it on Android on my on my Samsung tablet. Joe, hey, what's up, buddy? Really good to see you. Glad you could join for the stream. But I used to use Krita on my Samsung tablet. Good software, but on the even on there, it's really good. It's basically indistinguishable from the PC version, but the screen is a little too small. So I wanted to try to get a PC, like a tablet for my PC. So I ended up getting this XP Pen Artist Pro 14 Gen 2, and it's been a really good. It was a really good investment, honestly. My workflow has increased a lot, and it's a good little tab. It's a really good tablet. Feels nice to draw on and everything. So I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. But yeah, that's the software I'm using, and it's nice. The even nicer part about it is Krita's free, so you can just download it, just start working with it. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, no, I forgot I can just erase stuff, so I think I'll do that. Oh, I think that's what I was doing here, and I tried to bring the right. Okay, that's fine. I'll just skip that. I really like this LC. I don't know, again, like I said, I don't know what her name is going to be yet, but I will figure it out eventually. Probably after she's done. But, had a great time designing her. And now, let me get to, ink her and then color her, so this is gonna be great. Yeah, now you get to see the process in real time. It's just pretty crazy. I really wish I had done this for actually like rough sketching her, but it's fine. Next time, I'm gonna start doing this more often. I really want people to see what I do, because my process is kind of weird. It's different from a lot of other people's, but I like it. I like the way I do things. If y'all ever have any questions about anything, just ask. I don't mind answering. It's funny though, I say that, but my my anxiety is kind of shooting up through the roof, but I am enjoying this more than the anxiety trying to beat me down, so. Oh, that's right, that's what that is. Okay. Sometimes I'll look at my sketch and be like the rough sketch as I'm inking it and be like, what did I do here? And then I'll see the rest of it and I'm like, oh, that's what I did. Okay, okay. Alright. Yeah, exactly. If it works, it works. Yeah, like it doesn't matter if the process is kind of weird or not, or if it's like very unconventional. As long as it works, that's what matters. And honestly, mine works. So mine works for me anyway. Oh, that was a smooth draw right there. Nice. Oh, let me go back and do that again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll reserve the lines that you would usually see here for shading, for adding shadows and stuff, because I think it'll just be a lot easier that way. Probably could have changed for Sabatons to be a little different, because this looks more Mega Man-esque, but that's fine. It'll work. We'll just say that she slipped into them. It's fine. I think I just kind of ran out of ideas by the time I got to her boots, which were I think the last bits I worked on before I decided to start inking. So, or before I started to worry about the helmet and then just say, you know what, I'm not gonna work on the helmet. I don't need to stress about it. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. Back to dynamic brush. Okay, I'm gonna do this way I can give myself a little bit of an idea of where I'm going. Okay. Ah! Damn it, that's alright. I'm gonna delete that anyway, so that's fine if I make those mistakes. Okay. Let's make it a little bigger. There we go. That's better. Aha. Cool. I love this music. Vert did some really good music. For those of you that didn't hear that earlier, the artist, the music artist for this music is Vert, who used to go by Vert. It's Jake Kaufman, the same guy who made the music for Shovel Knight and the Shantae series, and he made this music. This was all stuff like, this was all fan music he made. It was really great. he also used to make music for the and I know this might confuse some people, like, well, I don't know. The mod music scene. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Module music, a bit different from like what we know today as sequenced music, stuff that you would create in like what Ableton, Cubase, that kind of stuff. Um, think think of tracker music like music that you can make in a spreadsheet, something like that. That's it's very simplified, but that's more or less a pretty good idea of what you'd be getting into. It's actually relatively easy from like once you get into it, but it can be a bit of a learning curve. I know how to make tracker music. That's actually what I did for many years, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Oh, that is okay. There we go. All right. Video game music history lesson with Kanok. And also just digital music history lesson with Kanok. Because a lot of the times, Maji music, which I mean, yeah, it was the demo scene. It was really good. It was a time when people used to make like game demos, like demo intros for Amiga programs and stuff like that, like in games. It's really cool. I wasn't around for that, but okay. I think I'm done. All right. Let's see. Zoom out and cool. I just need the sword. Okay. Here's where we're gonna have some fun. I knew I should have. Well, no, because when I transformed it, it wouldn't have been right. Anyway. Alrighty then. Now for the sword. No. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna. It'll be a little easier for me so I can see what I'm doing. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Wait, okay, well, what are you doing for your job that you have to kneel constantly? or should I be asking that question, Joe? No, but in all honesty, what do you do for your job that you have to kneel so much? Oh, it's just not coming out right. That's the one thing about the line tool in Krita that I'm not too happy about. It reacts to pressure as well, and sometimes it can just kind of be wonky that way. Okay, I think I got it. This, we're going to do it on a secondary layer. So I've got a plan for it. Okay, that'll work. I didn't get to fully address your comment about the cool sword thing. Yes, I like swords like this that are simplistic but a little bit more fancy. Like not the traditional, just like gigantic bastard sword type look, but also at the same time not something that's like so elaborate that it would take me about a year to draw. Nothing like that. It's just too much. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. That is very awesome of you, Joe. That's really cool. Working with the disabled is really, really noble. That's really awesome. I have a lot of respect for you, sir. Just so you know. Okay. Oh, okay, this. Oh, it's be a little thinner. That's too thin. I swear this music just takes me back to my childhood when A Link to the Past was brand new. Good times, good times. I miss the early 90s. Old man reminiscing about his time that is now long gone. Yeah. Oh, wait. It's like, okay, Grandpa, we're gonna take you back to the old folks' home. Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm sure that's not like. That's fine. That'll work. I feel like it's. I feel like it's rotated incorrectly, like it's slanted. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think it's just the autism acting up, like, "Hey, this isn't right." Yes, I know. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, I just realized. Damn it. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I can also put that on its own layer, and then merge these two. Okay, hold on. Okay, I get it. I got it. Cut, paste. Okay. Hold up. That, yeah, that's the hilt. Oh, actually, that's kind of nice. Damn. Should I keep it on its own layer? Nah, I'll just merge it. Okay. There's a reason why I have the this little inner curve like on its own, because I wanna. It's gonna be its own color, because it's gonna be the interior of the sword, like kind of. I don't even know how to say it, but yeah, it's gonna be like a light gray compared to the. Or a darker gray compared to the light gray of the sword itself. So either way, you'll see what I mean when when I get that going. Okay, back to the dynamic brush, my favorite tool in my tool set. Then draw that. Oh no, that's wrong. I think, yeah, this will be better if I just do it diagonally like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Inking change. try that again. Let's make those a little thicker. Nothing wrong with getting down with the thickness. Oh, Kanok, you're so old. I know. I make really old, crusty references. Oh, boy. Okay. I think we are good. Now we can actually start coloring. Okay, eraser first. Let's get rid of some stuff. Just on the sword. Oh, right. Blade. Well, let me guess. Hold on. I did do it again. I did. Before I continue on. Why do I do this to myself? I swear. Paste. Huh? Hold on. Oh. Oh, I cut from the wrong layer. Oh, that's real nice. Good job, Kanok. Good job. There we go. Paste that. Okay, that's supposed to go into that layer. Let's merge down. There we go. Okay, now we're good. We're good. We're good. It's literally that artist bingo versus doing things on the wrong layer. Yeah, all the time. Never fails. There's my armor. Okay. Alright, this is where I start moving parts of the blade. I actually don't like being this destructive with certain elements that I'm of the art that I'm working with, but it's fine. Okay, all right. Cool. No problem. Take your time. Actually, now that I have the opportunity to, now I'm gonna, since they're on their own, since it's on its own layer, switch over to the line tool and oh right. That'll work. Okay. I just need to remove the parts I don't need. Aha. Haha, excellent. Okay. We're actually going to move that down because I don't want it above any of those layers. So I'm going to be coloring it in. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and take one last look at her. Now without the rough sketch. Oh, okay. There's a couple of things I did forget. So let's go ahead. Yeah, right here, the neck. Going into the bleeding into the armor. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Okay. She's ready to go. She's ready to color. Alright. Okay, so her armor color is going to be a nice gold color. So let's do that. Maybe an off gold. Wow, it's been a while since I've listened to this song. About right. Actually, yeah, that works. Okay. Put in her scars later. Oh. Wait, why is that? Oh. I forgot to add that in. That's fine. I'll add it in later. We'll do that in gray, silver. That'll work. I just realized, is this... Oh. I might have to go back and do that all over again. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's... Oh, right. That also needs to be colored in. Then we're gonna do... Well, let's finish coloring that in. Get the parts I didn't get that I wouldn't fill. Oop. I don't even remember where I got this music. I need to look that up. Okay, this is ready. Now we're gonna go for a light brown. No, we'll go for a darker brown. Yeah. Okay, that's where the next layer comes in. Or do I want it to be that dark? Actually, I've got an idea. Wow. What a transition. Alrighty then. I was not expecting it to just kind of cut out like that. Crazy. Now this one I know pretty well. An old piece of music from an old demo from a very old version of FL Studio when it was still called Fruity Loops. Surprise! Okay, that's good. Looks like that is good. Let me go for the last with the light brown will come in handy. It'll get its own layer. The gloves are going to be the same color. Nice. For these, I'm gonna have to just zoom in. Excuse me again. All right. So we'll do a slightly rusted silver. Okay, I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Ah, welcome back, Joe. Just realized your name was Magic Emperor. It's a great name, by the way. Okay. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Well, yeah, okay. Classic red for the sash. Because I'm basic like that. Let's go ahead and erase some of that stuff. There we go. And then color in some of the parts that are missing. Oh, this music makes me laugh. Or at least this One Piece anyway. Oh no, One Piece mentioned. Which is a show I don't really watch. Actually, I don't watch it at all. I know there's probably like blasphemy for some people, but I just can't get into One Piece. Tried long ago with the anime, just couldn't do it. Not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. Just couldn't get into it. Okay, so I think actually, what do I want to make these? Well, I think I'll make them red as well. Because again, I'm basic. Why not? Kind of works too, so why not? Now, I need to color her skin and everything else in. I just remembered. Oh, that was for little Nicky. Let the sin begin. Oh my god, that movie. Stupid movie, but I love it. Like, it's supposed to be stupid. That's good. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and okay. There we go. I know it doesn't look like I did anything, but trust me, I did. Okay. The chill music right before the storm. Just let me. That'll work better. There we go. Okay. Now her hair. I could go with an anime-esque color or even just leave it like silver white. But I'm not that basic. We're gonna make her a brunette. Lighter brown. Or, oh, let's go into the orange tones a little bit. There we go. Yeah, oh, this is gonna be really nice. Her hair's gonna be really pretty. Really pretty color. Subtle, but it works. I'll fill it in manually. Okay. Oh, what the? Come on, don't do that to me. Sometimes these. Ah! Jesus, okay. I set the chill music before the storm. I actually like this music. It's fun. What a trip. Okay. I think I'm done with the flat colors, right? Almost. I still have the sword. I almost forgot about the sword. That would be bad. Okay. Sword. For the sword's leather, we'll do the. There we go. Let's go ahead and actually fill as much as I can before it just tells me to, to go away. Right, okay. Ah! Sorry. Sometimes that happens. One of my most favorite pieces that I did. The crossover of Alex and Deligi is the background for my tablet's screen. I love that. I love the way it came out. I was so happy with it. It is one of the pieces of art that I have done that I'm very, very proud of. Okay. Now we're gonna do. We'll go with a darker gray. Put that up. I'm gonna do a light gray like that. And everybody's gone. That's fine. Oh. Now first things first, put that down here. That color should be fine. Okay. We're gonna make that. Perfect. Actually, darker, I think. I think that'll work. Okay. That'll definitely work. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Eye color. Okay. Ah, everyone is pretty much gone. So I think I will call it here. Save it. But, oh, somebody else came in. Oh, let's see. I'll have to get better on perspective and angles, but that's fine. Okay. I think we'll start off with the hair. I don't need to add groups anymore, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Multiply. Okay. Stop. Oof. Krita, please stop that. Oh, right, that's why. Okay. just realized I was using the wrong brush tool. No, it doesn't need to be like that. Okay, there we go. That'll be fine. What? Oh, oops. Yeah, that'll work better. Oh wow, it's getting late. I need to eat again. Damn body needing food every few hours. Okay. We've got the shadows done now for the highlights. Screen. Let's actually make it bigger. Actually, hold on. The return of my favorite brush. Okay. I'll probably use that for highlights. Nice. Oh, and I'm gonna do my favorite thing. Okay. group folder. This one we're gonna do screen as well. Keep getting notifications from Blue Sky. Oh. Okay. Well, that is like nothing. Oh, wait, that's because I'm using the wrong color. Oops. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Otter, hey, what's up? It's great to see you. So glad you could join me. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing great. Or as you like to say, hope you're having a great time zone. Okay, this is not working out the way I want it to. That's better. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Ah, cool. Yeah, I saw you were preparing for art fight. That's really awesome. Now, of course, I saw the ref sheet for cricket, so cricket. It's funny, you know, now that I'm here doing this stream, I I don't feel as nervous about doing that, like about doing an art stream. So I might actually start doing this more often. Yeah, yeah, you do. Like I want to see them like, and like I want to see your ref sheets for all of them. For your old man Yowie. Oh yeah, wow. I mean, whose fault is that? To like basically make them military guys, or rather like, yeah, yeah. I mean, come on. Okay, okay. Yeah, but you know what? It's cool because they have such great designs. So, you know, you got to suffer for your art sometimes. And honestly, in this case, with these boys, I don't think you mind too much. Okay. Uh, I kind of wonder, like, was it? Dude, I made a scar map for Cricket 2 and had to keep editing it because I kept putting the scars on the wrong side. Oh, really? Wow. Jeez. How could you, poor Cricket? He's over here like, man, what the hell? Although, if it does make you feel any better, when I when I first introduced Deligi's mole on her neck, it I kept forgetting it. So I was like, no, wait, this isn't right. I was too lazy to actually draw a naked version of him, so I took an autopsy template and used that. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. Sometimes you have to use all that extra stuff. You have to do that, like use a base, like so use somebody else's base to make what you need, and go from there. I mean, that's what I've done before, and it helped me. So I totally get it. I totally understand. Like, when I was really getting into drawing Deligi the first time, uh, I was kind of unhappy with the way I drew because obviously I wasn't as skilled as I am now because I've gotten a lot better in just like a year, which is crazy, or a year and a half. But like when I first started out, I had this like vision of what she looked like, and I kind of wanted to draw her with how do you call it, like as a more grown up teenager, and obviously I couldn't do it at the time, so I was just like, oh shit, what do I do? So I used a base that was included with Ibis Paint, but I was like, I cannot post this and I can't claim it as my own because it's not mine. It's using somebody else's base. I know it's meant for that, but still, I couldn't do it. It was mostly just the body scars, to be honest. His face scars are more important story wise and design wise. Haha. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Honestly, the Lady's Mole isn't that important to like any kind of story elements, but it's there and it's a detail. And you know, when you have the autistic need to have those details in place, it's bothersome when it's not there. So okay. Ah, oops. I forgot. I forgot I was doing that. I have the whole layer of color selected because I don't want to have to do clipping masks. They can be a little weird. It's okay. Sometimes I forget Thunder's cheek moles too. But yeah, bases come in clutch at times. Right? Yeah. Actually, let me see if I even still have it. If I have that piece, it's nice because the hair wasn't that the hair was mine. I drew it and everything, colored it. But, oh yeah, here we go. I should be able to. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, this is basically what she looks like, and at least that's what I drew her as. The base again came from Like, can you see it? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. The base came from Ibis. I just colored her in, drew in the socks and everything. Like I drew the hair, the ring, and the socks. So everything else was already included in the base. So I just kind of went for. I colored it. Yeah, but again, I mean, it wasn't mine. I just I just kind of edited it a little bit, but it was a good place to start, you know. So, oh right, I forgot it's. Come on, where am I? Oh, there it is. I see it. 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 But I mean, yeah, it's I that's what I used to kind of get a little bit of an understanding of what I wanted to do, like where I wanted to land later on when I got better, and you know, now now I drew Deligi as a kid when she was like 13 to kind of get an idea, like to kind of get a baseline of where I want her to look as like an older teenager. And yeah, I was very happy with that. Yeah, I know. I actually did. I was pretty happy with the way it came out. Just wasn't happy that it wasn't my own work, like the full thing. But I mean, I've been doing full bodies lately a lot, so you know, I am actually going to get out there and do that. So that was one thing I was really trying my hardest to do, was to work on full bodies, because obviously I have a lot of ideas. So, and a lot of them only really work with a full body. So, but I've been working really hard to get better at full bodies, and I think I'm doing pretty well. You know, it's not perfect, but I'm not gonna get there until until I get better at it, and that's fine. I can wait. I'm patient with that. Okay. Oh damn! That's what I should have done. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, that'll. Oh, actually, that works beautifully. Okay. Let's zoom out. Okay, so outside of these two pieces, which are kind of hidden away, I'll do a little bit of a. There we go. Getting the lighting just right is. But okay, now for the shadows on this one. That I'm actually kind of iffy if I'm gonna be able to do those shadows right on this, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Oh, come on! Ooh. I swear, this sometimes this thing really likes to screw me. So. The macro pad on the software, like Encrita right now, are just acting up because it was going into the menu for like the different layer modes, and it's just like I have to do some finagling to get it out of it. I don't know if that's a Krita problem, if it's a Linux problem, if it's just a software problem in general with the macro pad that I use, but whatever, I don't know. I'm not using the proprietary drivers for okay. I'm not using the proprietary drivers that came with the tablet from XPpen, because on Linux they kind of suck. They just do. But oh wait, that's right. I was using this. Their native drivers suck, but or at least the company's native drivers suck, which is typical of most proprietary solutions. But I use the built-in tablet drivers for the tablet, and it seems to work really, really well. A lot better, actually. A lot better than what XPpen provided. The thing is, what the thing that they don't provide is something for the remote, because not all of the tablets have them. So it doesn't really know what to do with it. So I had to download some extra software in order to be able to make this work. My shortcut pad, to turn it into a macro pad, and it's nice, but sometimes it kind of gets a little jittery. Okay, so wait, go back. There we go. Technobabble aside, I don't blame you. I don't blame anybody for not switching. It's a bit of a different workflow, and you know, not everything on it is going to work perfectly well. I know you're using a regular tablet, like not a screen tablet, because I remember you talking about that once. Actually, I think I asked you. Okay, it depends. It depends on what you're using your computer for. Like if you're doing, like if you're just doing light gaming, and stuff like that, like you're not doing like any kind of competitive sports gaming or stuff like that, for the most part, you'll be fine. Some games don't work right away, like right out of the box, for like Windows games and normal stuff like that. But most of them work just fine out of like day one. There's some exceptions, and unless you're doing like competitive PvP stuff, like what, League, what's it called, Overwatch, Fortnite, that kind of stuff. That stuff's not gonna work because they have like really shitty DRM anti-cheat shit that is, I mean, yeah, it's they suck. They suck. So, but like for my art stuff, it's not really that bad. It's just the fact that there was a couple of things that I had to watch out for. Because I thought that XP Pen was going to be really good, like, because they said, oh, we have, yeah, see, that probably wouldn't work out too well. XP Pen said, oh, well, we support Linux, and technically they do, but the support software that they have is not very good. it's not great, but that's why people created their own solutions, and they work a lot better. Like I said, I don't even have to have any like XP Pen drivers installed, and the tablet just works. Like XP Pen's drivers, if I disconnected the display or turned it off for the night or whatever, if I turned it back on, I would have to reassign the display that I want. Like I'd have to reassign the tablet to have a monitor space, like all over again, and that's really counterintuitive, and it's really annoying. But the built-in drivers, surprisingly, I don't have to do that. It's just, it remembers everything, which is nice. So, you know, Linux native drivers 1, XP Pen proprietary drivers 0. But yeah. Mind you, though, I'm not trying to sell you on that. I'm not trying to sell you on Linux because, like I said, Counter-Strike alone, it wouldn't work very well. Ooh, I just had an idea. Let me see. Oh, right, I forgot. It's really, really huge. Oops, nope. Eraser. There we go. But I'm really enjoying, like, this tablet. It's really great. This tablet, I'm so glad I decided to buy it. My older sister provided me that birthday money, really helped towards that goal. Like I have my hangups again with their Linux support, but like their native Linux support, but this is proving to be such a wonderful tablet. It's been so good. It's been such a great workhorse. A nice upgrade from my Samsung Galaxy Tab, like big time. So, okay, let me switch back to the no, this one. Was the funny part is I was actually right, yeah. When you're like, oh man, this was such a great investment, and not just that. My Stream Deck from Elgato, which is usually used for OBS, like to switch between different scenes and whatever. I use it for anything other than OBS. I don't use it for streaming. I use it as a macro pad as well. Like I know you can't see it right now. I showed a picture of it on Blue Sky some time ago, like a few days ago. But for Krita, I have like my main tools like save, cut, paste, the fill tool, freehand brush, dynamic brush, eyedropper, like a whole bunch of tools that I use all the time. I have them on each little button, like on the screen, on little screens on this thing. So that way I can just press, it gives it a hotkey to the program, and boom, it switches the tool for me. And then, yeah, right? The Stream Deck is amazing. And then XP Pen's little macro pad, I use that for like actions like undo, rotation, zoom, that kind of stuff. The funny, and the thing is, this is another reason why I like the open source equivalent of XP Pen's drivers, because XP Pen's drivers really kind of suck with the shortcut remote, as for the open source. For some reason, it just works so much better. I don't know why. Like, it's not that XP Pen's drivers are like god awful for this thing, but the open source ones just work so much better. I don't know why. That being said, I use mine for OBS because my tablet has a bunch of buttons for hotkeys. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Like, I mean, yeah, I've got the remote for hotkeys and everything, but I like a little bit more control, like just being able to use my left hand to like do whatever. So being able to switch out tools really like on the fly, it's really nice. Because I don't want to have to like move my hand all across the screen like this to like select tools. It's annoying to me. So having them on the little screens on the Stream Deck is really nice. Okay, back to what I was doing. All right. I mean, I know I mentioned this earlier. This warrior, she's actually going to be part of the Emmie-verse, and if you don't know what the Emmie-verse is yet, I did draw Emmie not too long ago. I think you might have seen her, but I'm not sure. But the version of her that I drew as a sketch, like to kind of, she was kind of like my first new foray into full bodies to see if I could do it. But she's a child. I think she was 8 years old at the time of that drawing. And despite the fact that she's 8, she's like a highly trained assassin. Because she's the sad fact of the matter is she's actually a demon in that little child's body. It's sad, man. The little girl did not survive, and instead, what got put in the body instead was this demon, who is now taken on. Basically, Emmy. She is now Emmy. Although the little girl's name originally was Darcy, so a lot of lore, a lot of stuff. But this warrior is gonna be part of the Emmie-verse in a in a different country that they're in. So they have traveled to a different country just to kind of explore, and yeah, not to mention like helping out people with the undead, because Emmie's daggers are very special. Right? Yeah, like here's the thing. Poor Emmie, like the little girl Darcy. Imagine being 5 years old. Your parents were, or your parents like a couple years earlier had been killed in a raid by bandits and ne'er-do-wells. 2 years later, this fucking ghoul, like literally like a necromancer, comes along, takes you, and then says, I'm going to use you to house a demon. Does a ritual which was messy. He'd never done the ritual before. And there was a lot that could have gone wrong, and it did. The little girl ends up getting killed, which that was the whole point. He didn't want the little girl to survive, at least not her soul. He rips her soul out of her body, kills her, and then places a demon inside of that body. The thing is, because the ritual wasn't correct, because it was messy, he messed up. Parts of Darcy still remained within that body, along with her mind. It remained intact. So the demon ended up basically becoming Darcy, like mixing with her personality and her soul a bit. But she didn't remember any of that. She didn't remember Darcy's name or anything. She didn't remember Darcy at all. So she had no name until she heard a girl being referred to as Emmie in one of the towns that she went to go visit while she was kind of out and about. And that's when she decided to adopt the name Emmie, which Lord Galerius, the necromancer in question that did all of this, wasn't happy about it, because he was like, okay, she's getting a personality, what the hell? So I don't like this, but she is, I need her for my plans. So yeah, Lord Galerius was an asshole. A big asshole. So later on, she did find out Darcy's name and was actually extremely upset by the revelation of what happened, because she actually she got to remember the pain and torture that Darcy went through, feeling it like as if she had gone through it when she remembered it. And it was sad. It was really sad, because, you know, she didn't want Darcy to die. But I mean, that's also because, you know, that's you know, feeling human, like having those human emotions because of Darcy in the first place is what caused her to feel that way in the first place. But, you know, I think as a demon she wouldn't have cared. But because she was already mixed with Darcy's soul, personality, and like partially her memories, she had that like feeling of like, damn, I can't believe this happened to this little girl, and now here I am in her body. It's not fair. It's like, she cried when she saw what happened, when she relived those memories, which a master shaman had, like an elder shaman had offered to show her the memories that she didn't get to have, that she had technically forgotten when inhabiting the body. And it made her so sad that she basically got to take over, that she took over this little girl's body. She didn't think it was fair. So it sucked. But now she basically tries her best to basically be a hero instead. So yeah, it's I felt bad doing that when I first created Emmie, but you know, I thought it was an interesting concept to, like, this demon normally wouldn't have cared, but you know, because she absorbed, or because it absorbed Darcy a bit, you know, and now she now has those feelings of humanity in her. She understands that that kind of thing was very, very wrong, and she wished it had never happened in the first place. So it sucks. It really does. But yeah, now this warrior, since I don't have a name for her yet, but I'll figure it out eventually. She's going to be helping out Emmy and her group, which her group consists of her adopted father, Garrett Stone, her the current Lala, who is the sister, the younger sister of the original Lala. So fun. And yeah, which that's another story. The original Lala didn't know her family because she had actually she'd gotten lost as a little girl, and so when that happened, her parents did go out looking for her, but they couldn't find her anywhere, and they presumed her to be dead. So she ended up being found by some man who basically called him her uncle. I mean, that was the best way he could come about it. Like, he didn't really understand what to do. He never cared for a child before. He was just like, okay. But he didn't know her name either, because she didn't know her name. She was like, what, 2 when she got lost? 1 or I think it was 2 when she was 2 years old when she got lost. So she didn't know anything. She didn't know her name. She didn't know anything like that. But she kept on singing randomly, saying la 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 la. So he heard that. It was like, you know what? We'll just go with that. I'll just call you Lala because you're always singing and saying la la. So might as well. So she ends up becoming Lala, but her real name is actually Fortuna Seri, and her sister, her younger sister, right? Yeah, Laura Accurate, exactly. But her sister, who had no idea who she was because she wasn't even born yet. Her sister wasn't even born yet, and her parents basically wrote her off as being dead. So she honestly thought that they were dead. Her parents already passed on. But it was like a few years after the original Lala had died. So after Fortuna had died, she died heroically, but she still died. It sucked. I know that you've seen the art of Desperia. That undead woman, that undead master necromancer with that sick ass sword that I created. She's the one who killed the first Lala, because Lala was trying to save one of the other in the group, Trevor, but he was no longer a part of the group because he didn't trust Lala at all, for good reason, but at the same time not a good reason. The thing is that she attacked Emmy and Garrett because she wanted them to kill her. She wanted to make them aggressive enough to just attack her and kill her because she didn't want to live anymore. She didn't want to, because she had worked for Lord Galerius just like those two did, but she did it willingly, just like Garrett did. The only one of those 3 that did not work for Lord Galerius willingly was Emmy. She had no choice. So, but Lala, the first Lala, did, and so did Garrett. They did so willingly because Lord Galerius ended up lying to both of them. When it came to Garrett, he lied, saying, "I know who did this to your family. Who killed your family? I know which undead necromancer did this. Join me, and I will help you to defeat him." Spoiler: it was him, fucker. And then with Lala, he saw her potential and he wanted her. He was like, okay, Emmy has left me. I need a replacement master assassin, and you're it. But in order to entice you, I'm going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you that I can help you find your family, your long lost family. And she believed him. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But yeah, obviously he lied to both of them because that's what he does. He's a villain. What do you expect? But he lied to both of them. Wait, is this what am I doing? Oh, okay. Oops, I was doing that wrong. I was in the wrong layer. Where am I? Here I am. Okay, there we go. So yeah, he lied to them and everything. They worked together. But okay, so Trevor, he rejoined the scholars, mages basically, and because he was kicked out originally because he was an arrogant little prick. Despite the fact that he's 14, he thought that he was like the best badass that in the land. So they kicked him out. They're like, you know, you're way too arrogant for us, and you're giving us a really bad name, so we're gonna have to get rid of you. And they did. So he joined up with Emmy and Garrett, and that's when eventually Lala meets up with them, and she fights them, so that way they will attack her and kill her. So she basically didn't want to fight. When they didn't attack her right away, she decided to just give up and say, "Here, kill me." And she basically presented that offer to Emmy, and Emmy's just like, no? What is this? What's going on? Why do you want me to kill you? She explained it, and then Emmy was just like, sorry, I can't do that. I'm not going to kill you, but I would like for you to join us since you worked for Lord Galerius. So, yeah. Emmy's kind of funny that way. But I mean, she's a little girl. She's like, at that time, she was 8 years old. So she's just like, join us. We'll have fun. So, and they basically became like sisters. So she trusted Lala a lot. So when she was killed by Desperia, she was understandably upset. Beyond upset, she was pissed. Which is why she was able to kill Desperia somewhat easily. So, yeah. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, I know there's probably a whole bunch of crazy lore. You're like, huh? Sorry, I know I'm feeding you lore. I tend to do that. Remember, if you show any kind of interest in my characters, I will, like, inundate you with lore on them. Do not let me speak freely, or else I will I will make you regret it. Yeah, it's like explaining it's epic entire OC lore. Oops, spoiler. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Well, okay, that's the thing though. Like, I'm probably never gonna. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I know that. But like, I'll probably never make them into any kind of like comics or stories. So I might as well just spill the lore. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. I'm still out on that one, but for the most part, like like I said, I love talking about my OCs. I know you do too. Obviously, that's why I love asking you. So, cricket and stuff. What's going on? Because I have to know, you know. I totally get it, you know. But like, you know, they, you know, like I said, you know, okay, in my case, writing. The only reason that writing is hard is because of the ADHD. It won't let me actually like sit down and focus on it. I hate it. I hate it so much. But if I didn't have to worry about that, oh man, I'd be writing fucking pages upon pages of lore and story. Oh my god, you wouldn't be able to stop me. I'd be like, let me publish a few books here. But the ADHD stops me, so it's like, it sucks. Being neurodivergent. Oh, I love it so much. I don't. I hate it, but 'tis the curse. that I have to suffer, and I'm unmedicated, so. Ah. But if for me, I just put on music. It helps me to do a whole bunch of things that I don't usually do, that I can't usually do. If I put on a show, oh, I'm not gonna get anything done. Mostly because if I try to do anything that has people talking in it, I will not be able to focus at all on being able to write out my thoughts. I can't do it. Um, whenever, whenever it's funny because whenever I'm trying to like talk to you in chat, whenever I'm on stream, whenever I'm watching your stream, I have to like, take myself out of the conversation a bit and like kind of tune you out in order to be able to type. It's hilarious. Or sometimes I actually mute you so that this way I can focus on what I'm trying to type. It's stupid. I hate it. Oh my god. It's like funny thing that, but at the same time it's like, oh, I wish I wasn't like that. But yeah, like these characters, I love them to death. They're this story is already technically finished. Yeah, it really sucks. Yeah, I feel that or writing while listening to people. Yeah, it really does. It sucks. It literally is almost painful. Like a literal physical feeling of pain. I'm like, oh my god, stop. So, and it sucks. Like I really wish it wasn't like that, but that's the way it is. But yeah, all right. Like I was saying, this story is already finished. I already did what I wanted to do with this story. Like, like last year, I think. But I've basically come back to it because, you know, like I said, I drew Emmie. I wanted to see what she was like when I like drawing her as a full body, and I wanted to I got a renewed interest, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to kind of revise the story a bit, flesh it out a bit more, add in some new characters, take out ones that were just kind of one-offs that really didn't matter at all. Like I could get rid of them and they wouldn't matter to the story at all. There's one important character to the story that has not been introduced yet into the new narrative, and one that actually has been introduced earlier than when I did the first time. Was that? Oh no, that was Blue Sky. Sarah Hyland. I actually drew her like long time, like a couple years, almost a couple years ago. She was actually one of the. She wasn't one of the first that I drew. Actually, I think Emmie was the very first one I drew. That little girl that was like her face basically where she was like smiling, and that had her missing tooth and everything. That was the very first art I did of Emmie and of these characters in the Emmie-verse. And then I did Trevor, then Garrett, which Garrett looked really kind of derpy, and I feel bad. I will do him justice this time, but Sarah, eventually, I ended up doing later, and she was much better. She was much better. I feel I did her better justice, but I also wasn't very good at drawing faces then either, so I decided to try again. Let me see if I can bring up her artwork real quick. She should be a render somewhere down here. Sarah, madam, there you are. Okay, so... Okay, hold on. Where's the better Sarah? Oh god, where'd I put her? Oh, there she is. Okay. So... There we go. So this is Sarah in the second part of the story because that's where she appears. She's an elderly woman, and her and Garrett end up getting together. I don't know if you noticed or not, but over here, and I didn't even notice this until just now. Her ear's in the wrong place. That is, like I said, I wasn't very good at drawing faces at the time, like heads and everything. She still looks good, but yeah, obviously there were some mistakes. So, but yeah. Sarah was actually introduced in the story later than what is currently going on. Right? It's like, yeah, me when I post something and see a mistake. Yeah, it's I'm like, no. See, this is why I wish we could edit posts in Blue Sky, so I could be like, I'm gonna like just change out the picture. Actually, I don't even think you'd be able to do that even if, but they'd probably just delete it and be like, hey, if you saw me post that mistake, that picture with a mistake at first, you didn't. So, but yeah, I wasn't very good at drawing faces back then. Obviously, it's a lot better now, but and back then it was. But yeah, she's introduced a lot sooner to. So she actually like not even that far into the second half of the story, which is 12 years after the initial events, and yeah, so. Sarah ends up getting introduced a lot earlier because she doesn't trust. At first, she doesn't trust Emmie because she knows that she's a demon. And the only reason that she knows she's a demon on the inside is because Trevor. The reason why Trevor told her is because Trevor is her nephew. So, and she actually raised him when he was really young, when his parents were killed. So, and they were killed by the undead. I know, like, everybody's got a tragic backstory. Everyone's parents or family is dead. Oh, yay! Shit. But anyway, so when Trevor's parents were killed, she took him in and took care of him until basically they parted ways. She became a shaman because she had the ability. And he became a scholar because he had that ability. So it's funny because not everyone right. Yeah, it's okay. A lot of my OCs have traumatic backstories. Yeah, it's the thing. Is like if your characters aren't damaged, are they even charactering correctly? No, but it gives them a little bit more depth. It actually gives them a lot more depth if there's a reason for the things that they do. And in this case, like okay, let's go in Lala's case. Her family wasn't even killed. She just was lost, and she ended up getting taken in by somebody else. Her family had no idea that she was gone, but they thought she was dead. Her parents did die, but they were a little older, and they died basically just of illness. So it wasn't like, oh, and the thing is that they died after she did. Her parents didn't even know that she was still alive, which really sucked for them. Jasmine, who is, that's right, I forgot to say, the new Lala, Jasmine Sari, her younger sister Jasmine, she unfortunately had to live through the death of her parents, and also eventually the revelation that her older sister, had actually died 12 years earlier, but she was still alive. She was an adult and everything. She had she had a different life. She wished she could have known her, but she couldn't because she didn't even know she was alive. But it was not that really big of a tragic backstory. Emmie, however, yeah, Garrett, he has a tragic backstory. His family was killed by Lord Galerius. He had a wife and daughter. He loved them very much, and they were taken from him, and he was really pissed. Trevor, his parents died, were killed rather. When it comes to Sarah, her parents are still alive. They just wanted nothing to do with her. They didn't like her a lot of her life choices. They didn't want her to become a shaman. They wanted her to continue taking care of Trevor. And they were like, "Oh, you should settle down with somebody." She's like, "I want to live my life, and I have the powers of a shaman, so I'm going to do that." Which, unfortunately, meant that she had to move away from of Sereni, the kingdom of Sereni, because shamans weren't allowed to be there. They were outlawed over a century before by the previous king at the time, because he thought, foolishly, that the reason why Lord Galerius was so prominent, why there was so much undead activity going on, was because of the shaman's arrival. That they were the reason for him being there in the first place, and that wasn't true. In fact, he'd basically gotten rid of the people that could stop him. So he was a fucking idiot. Go figure. And then the new king at the time, he wanted to uphold that ban, but eventually he relented. He was like, "Okay, you know what? Maybe having you guys here help us is a good thing, so welcome back home, guys." Yes? So he welcomed them back, but that's also after the intervention of his own captain of the guard, Emmie, Garrett, and Lala. So after they finally said, "You really should bring the shamans back, because they're going to be able to help with Lord Galerius." And he's like, "Okay, fine." But he didn't like the fact that his captain of the guard was trying to get him to reverse course on this whole ban. He was like, you ever go against my authority again, and it'll be the last time that you are the captain of my guard." Which didn't happen. He kept them on because he knew better. He was like, "I just want you to understand that you trying to overturn my authority here really sucks. It makes me look weak. So don't do that again. But I'm not going to actually get rid of you because I need you. But yeah, still." But yeah, so the shamans were let back. They helped to take down Desperia and Lord Galerius. And then during the fight with Desperia, Fortuna, first Lala, ends up getting killed. Emmie's pissed. And the thing about Emmie is that she's special because Lala, the first Lala, like her, had something called Assassin's Stance. It was something that Lord Galerius gave to them. Basically, it meant that she could have intense focus, really intense focus. She was basically able to drown out any other distractions and just be focused. She was a lot faster. She wasn't stronger, but she was definitely faster. Had more agility, and it was pretty crazy. She could basically just kind of disappear like a blur. She was moving that fast. And when it came to Fortuna, the first Lala, whenever she would go into assassin stance, it meant that she was so focused she could snipe targets from a lot farther than a normal archer could, and she basically never missed her mark. She would always hit her target. It was insane. But they couldn't do that stance all the time. It was taxing on their bodies and on their minds. So they can't do that all the time. And then, but Emmie has, she is special because of the fact that she also has something that that Lala didn't have, and that is the fact that she has a demon form, because obviously she's a demon. And this demon form is basically like Assassin Stance, but a little stronger. This one adds strength as well. And also it morphs her body. It basically turned her from a child into an adult. So this way she was at her peak efficiency for fighting, for combat. So then when you mix both Assassin Stance with the demon form, damn, she's a force to be reckoned with. she was even too much for Desperia to handle. So she fucking destroyed Desperia. She clowned her. It was pretty hilarious. Um, and yeah, Emmy was happy to get rid of her. She didn't like her anyway. But yeah, it was. But the thing is that there's one really bad thing because you know it had to be, it had to come. There had to be something. There's something about the demon stance and just the demon stance on its own that if she uses it, she loses a part of that humanity that she gained from Darcy. She starts to lose it, and then coupled with the fact that assassin stance ends up like tiring her out, that means that she's a lot more susceptible to the change that the demon form would bring, like losing her humanity. So she basically loses herself in the process. And that's not good. It's not good at all. So she tries not to do that. But sometimes she has to, because otherwise the fight cannot be won. But she tries her absolute best not to go in that route, not to go in that direction, because she doesn't want to lose her humanity. She likes her humanity. So, dude, I'm so happy with the fact that I'm able to do shadows so much better. I've been really like working on it, like practicing it a lot, because I really want to learn how to render better, And despite the fact that this is flat colors, it's still pretty good. There's nothing wrong with flat colors. It's just I'm hoping that one day I can get to a point where I can do like the more really, really advanced rendering, like soft shadows and stuff like that. But I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I think this is still really good. Like, I'm actually really proud of myself. Because that I've only been doing this, like, I've only been taking this seriously for about a year and a half, roughly. And I see the progress I've been making, and it makes me really happy, I honestly thought I wasn't going to be able to improve like this, and I have been. It's really amazing. It's really amazing to see the progress I've made. And it makes me really happy. It's like, not to toot my own horn, but I'm sure pretty much every artist feels the same way whenever they improve and they see themselves improve. They're like, I'm really proud of myself. And I am proud of myself for all the hard work I've been putting into learning and getting better. I mean, I say often because I'm like, I don't want to give myself any kind of praise, but let's be honest. In this case, it is praiseworthy, so I'm happy about it. Sorry, yep. Okay, not that. Okay, I think that's better. Oh, lordy. That'll work. Okay, there we go. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go get some. A friend of mine was asking my opinion about his situation with her younger cousin. I returned with a cold Dr. Pep. Nice. Anybody who says that Dr. Pepper is nasty is wrong. But yeah, the sheeting is looking clean. Rendering is so difficult, not gonna lie. Yeah, it is. Sometimes I just disregard light sources entirely, slap shit together until it looks good. You know what? Yeah, I totally feel you on that. I really do. But I'm trying to like keep light sources in mind. I'm still having trouble with it. Like obviously, like right here, it shows like I'm still kind of having a little bit of trouble with it. But I think it's because in my brain, it doesn't look right. But it is fine. It's just in my brain, it doesn't look right. But okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of myself for all the work I've been putting into like learning like rendering and stuff like that, and it's been really great. It's been a little difficult, obviously. Like whenever you're learning something new, you're obviously gonna have some trouble at first. And in my case, I was just like, oh man, I'm never gonna get this shit down. I'm hoping. Yes, 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 it does. It really does, and it's like, uh, but like I said, I mean, it's my if I spend too much time on it, I'm not gonna want to continue. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. It's fine. It's okay. I'm sure it's fine. There's if I spend way too much time on it, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna like it ever. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. And even if now looking at it, I'm like, you know what? It's actually not that bad. It probably looks actually very correct. I'm just overthinking it. So I didn't think that the music that I had on was going to end that quickly. So I'm gonna have to put something else on. I'll probably just put on some like Final Fantasy VII because I love Final Fantasy VII. I don't think YouTube will get me for that, right? I hope not. If they do, I'll tell them to chug shit. I know you guys can hear. I know YouTube. I know you guys can hear me. I opened Tomodachi Life. See, everyone's been talking about that. Everyone's so like they love that game, and I don't blame them because what happened while I was gone? Oh my god! I was like, oh, and Cricket and Thunder had a baby. What happened while I was gone? Wow, that's hilarious. Um, it's like everybody's been talking about Tomodachi Life, and that's just really great because basically what they did with that, I legally acquired it for PC. Uh huh. Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. You were the one that talked about that, and I was the one who said it is okay with me. Absolutely, go for it. I will always advocate for that, especially when it comes to Nintendo. Fuck them. But yeah. Actually, now that I'm looking at the light sources, now I'm looking at this, I'm gonna change her hair. I'm gonna add more shadowing to it because I didn't think about that proper. Oh right. But yeah, everyone's been like playing it, and like I said, I honestly think that's really cool because they took the concept of the customizability from the Switch version of Miitopia and applied it to Tomodachi Life, and I think that's really fucking rad because, um, being able to have like highly customized characters for your playthrough is really awesome. But oh wait, what am I doing? Oh right, I forgot. Excuse me. But yeah, it makes me really happy that people are just like having fun with it. I mean, yeah, it's from Nintendo and everything, and I have my obvious gripes with them, but they do make great games. They're just they're just a shitty company. And I don't care who hates me for that. I have my opinion. But it's like they say, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. And I have my opinion. Okay, now that's looking a lot better because now the light source is actually showing that, that's the correct direction. So yeah. I just like it for free OC content that I don't have to create. Yeah, you know what? Okay, that's fair. I totally get that. I totally get that. Oh, me, I love the creation process of new OC. So, like I mean, this character right here that I'm currently rendering, like, I wasn't even gonna make her a character. She was just she was just practice. And then I was just like, you know what? I like her so much. I'm gonna make her a character. I'm gonna make her an OC in the Emmie-verse. And I love how I love how I do that. The Deligi-verse, the Emmie-verse, and the Lara-verse. So it's like 3 different universes, each with a central character. Deligi's, Lara's, and Emmie's. Because Emmie is the main character. All of that. A lot of that happened with her. So she's the first one you really learn about, and the story is mostly for her. And her companions too, but yeah. Lordy. Okay, so the hair is finally done. Okay, now I'm gonna do her clothing. Actually, no. Let me do this first. The handguard, because it's quick. It'll be quick. That's what he said. Sorry. I'm sorry. I had to do it. It's like obligatory. Oh, where did I put it? There it is. Okay, multiply. But like for real, I'm glad that you're enjoying the game. Like, what the? Oh, again, Oh, didn't I? Oh, I thought I did. I like it when people enjoy stuff, especially games, because gaming is fun. Oh yeah, question. Are you gonna be streaming like in the someone in the near future, or are you busy doing other things? I mean, if you're not, it's cool. I just figured I'd ask. Can't get enough of the otter stream. Ah, that's cool. That's cool. Like I said, I figured I'd ask. Not a big deal. Ooh, you know what? I'll multiply on this one. I'll switch to regular brush. There we go. Okay. Now back to normal, and there we go. Yeah, no. I mean, I totally get it. Like, I totally understand, because, like I said, life, it comes and it just says, I'm gonna make you do this, and you're gonna do it whether you like it or not. So, oh, you know what? I'm gonna play the music from Advent Children, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. It's a good soundtrack. Is it on default? Yes, it is. Cool. I like that. I love that movie. I know, obviously, some people might have had a little bit of a problem with it. I don't know why some people were like, it wasn't all that great. Yeah, maybe not, but I liked it. What the hell? Oh, multiply. Oops, I meant screen. Uh, it was fun, actually. Oh man, it's louder than I thought it was gonna be. Hold on. Right. Something I found kind of funny, and I didn't realize this because I haven't played the game at all. But apparently, they use some music from this movie. Oops, hold on. They use some music from this movie from Advent Children in the first game in the series for the for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Sorry, I. I have no idea what you're sorry for, but I doubt you have anything to be sorry about. Okay. Hello there! Welcome to the stream. We're kind of listening to some Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, and I am still rendering this warrior who I don't have her name yet. I haven't created her name yet, but I wanted to make her. Here, let me do a quick zoom out so you can see what she looks like so far. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for a background because I'm not good with backgrounds. I need to work on that, but I'll eventually do something. But I think she's coming out pretty good. And this is also just practice for rendering. Also, I wasn't expecting to actually make her into an OC, but here she is. So, although next time I gotta make her head a little smaller. Now noticing it, like I'm noticing it now, and I'm like, man, her head's a little too big, but that's okay. But yes, welcome to the stream. Thank you. Yes, I like the color scheme too. A nice gold, red, and black, along with the leather colors, like of the brown for the leather and everything. Her skin color, her hair color, I love it all. I always have fun picking colors for these characters. Oh no problem. Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope that you will tune in again some other time. So, have a good one. Okay. Her clothing. Which layer is it? Which layer are you? Oh, I think it's this one. Yep. Haha. Group. And then we're going to select opaque. And there we go. Cool. Let's... Oh, right. Multiply. There we go. Let me change the opacity on that. It's a little too dark. Man, I love this music. Nobuo Uematsu, man. A legend. Oh, actually, wrong brush tool. There we go. Actually, wait. Yeah, there we go. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, wait, never mind. I see it. I see it. I'm like, what's going on here? Why does that look darker? Duh. Don't mind me. I am going nuts. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Ah! Oh, why? Actually. There we go. Everything's a little easier. Wait. Damn it. I need to make a taps the sign set of rules. Just thought about that. I mean, I thought about that earlier, but I was like, I need to do that at some point. Oh, hold on. There we go. Surprised people are finding the stream. That's cool. Man, the music from this movie is so good. Okay. There we go. Also kind of reminds me of the piano pieces from Final Fantasy IX. That's something you want. There we go. Okay. Switch over to this one. That's better. Okay, this is looking so good. I am very happy. Now it's time to do the sash and the little bulby parts on the on her armor, on her shoulders. So let's do that. Okay, and I can at least see where all of that is. Grouping, get into its own group. Okay. Oh, right. I keep forgetting to apply multiply to it. Oh, right. Okay. There we go. And then another layer with screen. Cool, that'll work. Okay, the next part. Ah! I hate when I do that. Back to the dynamic brush tool. Actually, I might do it further over here instead. Time to check to see if it'll... Oh, yay, good. I don't have to worry about that then. I was kind of worried there. Not too worried about this part. End up fading it. Okay. There we go. Well, I don't know. I might keep it that way. Yeah, I might actually keep it that way. Looks good. Nice. Ooh, that's looking real nice. Ah, damn it. Aha. Okay, I think I got it now. Ooh, I am so locked in right now. Okay. Somebody on Blue Sky. Wait, okay. Who was that on Blue Sky? Cool. Okay, right. Back to what I was doing. Okay. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's continue on. Now that we've got that done. Now it's her head. Oh boy. I'm kind of dreading this one. Okay. There we go. Oh, that looks great. Only for me to immediately disregard it. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and enable this. That'll work. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Was not as bad as I thought. Okay. Okay. This can be better. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't have that yet. Ha 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 ha. There we go. I was like, what is going on here? We'll do normal and we'll do white for the highlights. That'll work. Okay, now for her eyes. And then I'm pretty much done. Well, yeah, last few minutes of this stream, I'll think I'll work on her eyes. Okay, there we go. Alright. Oh, what? Oh. What did they wrong anyway? Wait, I meant new layer. Put it at multiply. Wait, does it? Okay, good. Okay. Oops. But I picked that, but apparently not. Oops. That's not correct. Oh. I knew it was missing. The sword. This will be really quick, though. Wait, where's the... leather parts of the sword. Well, don't tell me it's with the rest of the leather. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Right. Let's go ahead and bring the opacity on that down a bit. Okay, there we go. That's better. Ah, I knew that part was next. I know this music too damn well. So wait, let me make sure that's the right color. Nope, it was the wrong color. Not anymore. Honestly, the sword doesn't need anything, so I'll probably add something to the blade itself at the very tip. What was that? Interesting. The music has some corruption in it. I'll have to look at that later. Bring that back. Okay. I think that for now that will do it. She is rendered fully. But I don't have a background for her, and I want to create one, so I might just have her like stay this way for the time being until I can make some kind of background, even if it's extremely, like, not super simple like a gradient like I usually do, or a single color. Probably just something that's kind of blurry and out of focus, but something that's good. Maybe even a castle, who knows. Either way, I think this came out pretty good. This was really good rendering practice. I like the color scheme. that I gave her red with black and gold, and yeah, this was pretty good. I'm very happy with the way it came out, and yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else there is to say, but this was good. This was good. Not to mention, I probably should go eat something because it's kind of late. Way past the time I should have eaten something. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Otter, I don't know if you're still there or not, but either way, if you are, thanks for joining me. Seriously, this is really cool. Having you here, just kind of chatting, having fun was great. Anybody else that's still here, thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I'm hoping that I will do more of this in the future. So keep an eye out for that. Either way, this is Kanok, signing off.